You opened up your Ninja Creami pint. You were so excited. And then you saw this dry, crumbly, powdery ice cream that looked like snow. Didn't look like ice cream at all. If this just happened to you, don't panic and don't throw it away. Your ice cream is not ruined. I'm going to show you why this happens, and I'm going to show you simple fixes step by step. Stay with me because the very last one is the one most people miss. I make easy recipes for busy families, and lately I've been obsessed with my Ninja Creami. My dad loved ice cream his whole life. Butter pecan and mint chocolate chip were his favorites. So this little machine brings back lots of memories for me. Now here's the truth about icy, crumbly ice cream. When you first spin it, it comes out dry and powdery. That's normal. I want you to hear me. I'm going to say it again. It's perfectly normal for it to come out crumbly. It happens at almost to everyone, and it happens most of the time with low-fat, high-protein recipes. The good news is that the fix takes 1 minute to fix it. Let me talk you through it. And if you want to make sure you find more help for Ninja Creami recipes, hit subscribe so you can always find my videos. Here's my first on the list. The first four are for right now, when you've got a crumbly pint in your hand. The last 7 are for the next time, so it never happens to you again. So let's start with the ones you can do right this minute when you have a crumbly pint in your hand. Number 1, run the pint under warm water first. This is the most important one, and it works every single time. Before you spin anything, take your frozen pint and hold the side under warm water. Just the outside of the pint for about 15 to 30 seconds. This loosens the frozen block from the walls of the pint. When that block can move, the blade can easily move inside without scraping it into a powdery mess. It seems small, but it changes everything. Number 2, don't skip the respin. Again, don't skip the respin. This is the #1 reason people end up with crumbly ice cream. They stop after the first spin. Here's what really is going on inside the machine. The first spin does not make your ice cream. The first spin just shaves the frozen block into tiny pieces. The respin is where the magic happens. The respin takes these little pieces and whips them into smooth, creamy ice cream that you want. So when you see powder after first spin, again, don't panic. The machine is doing exactly what it is supposed to do. Just put the lid back on and hit respin. You can't respin though without taking it off and putting the lid back on. Number 3, if you still have an issue, add a tablespoon of your recipe liquid and then respin it again. Sometimes 1 respin is not quite enough. If your ice cream stream still looks dry, this is my favorite little trick. 1 tablespoon of the same liquid you used when making the recipe. If you use milk, add milk. If you used oat milk, add oat milk. If you made a simple recipe and you don't want to put any milk in it, just a tablespoon of water. Start with 1 tablespoon. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. Put the lid on, hit the respin 1 more time. Same pint, 1 minute later, and now you have smooth, scoopable ice cream. The last thing I don't always do, but a lot of people talk about it, is number 4, scrape the icy edges down first. Here's a small step. It makes a big difference. Before the respin, take a spoon or a butter knife and scrape down the sides, go around the pint. The edges freeze harder than the middle. Those hard, icy edges are what turns into powder. And I'll tell you, I forget a lot and I have to mix it all together and sort of start over with another respin. So break them down, run it under water, warm water, scrape it down with a knife or a spoon, then push everything back towards the center, then respin. This tiny habit fixes so many crumbly pints. Before we start the second step, one tip I forgot to add. When you're making low-calorie, high-protein pints, they freeze really solid. So I make sure I sit my pint out on the counter for 10 to 15 minutes. You can play around with the time based on your freezer. Okay, now you know how to rescue a crumbly pint. Let's talk about how to stop it from happening in the first place. The next steps all happen before you freeze. Get these right, and the ice cream comes out creamy the first time, or maybe with just one spin. Okay, here's the step. First step you're going to take when you're making your base. Fill the pint. Fill the pint to the max fill line. This is the most common mistake I see. People don't put enough in their pint. Your creamy needs enough base to reach the max fill line. When the pint is too empty, the blade can't grab the mixture the right way, and you end up with dry, crumbly bits around the edges. So fill it as close to the max fill line every time. Not over it, just to the max fill line. Next, freeze it flat and freeze it for a long time. How you freeze your pint really matters. Setting it on a flat surface so that the top freezes nice and level. If your pint freezes tilted or has a bumpy dome on it, the blade can't reach it evenly. If you get that bumpy dome, just scrape it down with a spoon before you spin. Now here's the part people rush. Give the pint a full 24 hours in the freezer. I know it's hard to wait, but a pint that's only frozen halfway will not spin into creamy ice cream. Freeze it flat and freeze it all the way. Next step, check your freezer and stay off the door. Your freezer temperature plays a big role here. I have a freezer out in the garage and it doesn't quite freeze the way that the freezer does in my kitchen. If your freezer runs the coldest, your pint turns into a solid block. The block spins into that powder mess. Here's a simple habit that helps. Don't store the pint in the freezer door. The door is the warmest and the bumpiest spot. Keep your pint in the center shelf where cold stays steady, and again where it's flat. Next option is to add a little fat to the body of your mixture. Now let's talk about what goes into your pint. Fat is what makes the ice cream feel soft and creamy. A lot of creamy recipes and a lot of my recipes are very low fat, and for that reason they turn crumbly. My go-to fix for one of these is a tablespoon of cream cheese mixed right into the base. Softened, I soften it in the microwave for 15 seconds. I love cream cheese because it does two jobs at once. It adds a little bit of fat to the body and it helps hold the whole thing together so it doesn't get icy. 1 tablespoon is all that you need. Next, if you don't want cream cheese, you can add stabilizer to your base. If you would rather not use the cream cheese, there's another option. A stabilizer, and there's 2 of them, is just something that holds the water in the base so that it cannot turn to ice. Pick one of these and add it before you freeze. My go-to is I add a 4th tablespoon of xanthan gum, easily found on Amazon. It works beautifully. And a container of it will last forever. If stir in 1 tablespoon of instant pudding mix. Just choose one, not all of it. A little goes a long way for both. Don't overdo it. Your next option is to add a little sweetness. Sugar does more than just make your ice cream taste good. Sugar also helps keep it soft. It lowers the freezing point so your pint doesn't freeze rock hard. When the recipe has almost no sugar, like a lot of mine, it freezes too hard and comes out powdery. That's where I leave most of my pints on the counter for 15 minutes before I process. You can use honey, maple syrup, regular sugar, and in my kitchen, I always reach for the monk fruit because my family's on a weight loss journey. It keeps things soft and sweet without extra sugar. Here's one honest heads up. If you use the monk fruit like I do, regular sugar is what softens the ice cream, and monk fruit doesn't soften it the same way. So on your low sugar pints, lean a little harder on the warm water step and on a tablespoon of cream cheese. Next option is give protein powder a little time to sink in. This tip is just for my protein powder ice cream. Protein powder soaks up moisture in a way that sugar and fat do not. That is why high protein pints turn crumbly. Here's my simple fix. Blend your base well and let it rest for a few minutes. Give it a little more stir after it rests before it goes into the freezer. The resting time lets the protein powder soak up the liquid, and that means way less powder when you spin. For protein pints, doing 2 spins is completely normal, so don't worry about it. So what's coming up next? Before I let you go, I want to tell you where I'm headed. Around here, I have stopped thinking about ice cream as just dessert. For me, it's turned into fuel, especially after I do a heavy workout at the gym. I've been making high protein, low calorie, creamy desserts, and they have helped me along my weight loss journey. The best part is I never feel like I'm missing out. Ice cream is no longer dessert, it's fuel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. So let's bring it all together. If your ice cream is crumbly right now, don't toss it out and don't panic. Run the pint under warm water, hit the respin, and put a tablespoon of liquid in if you need it. And again, you don't have to do all 3. Do which one works at first. Never hurts to spin a couple times. And for next time, make sure to fill your pint to the full line, freeze it flat for a day, and add a little fat or sweetener to the base when you make it. Do these things, and creamy ice cream stops being just luck. It becomes something you can count on. I put my full written guide over on my blog, Crafting a Family Dinner, with the exact amounts and a few of my favorite creamy recipes. The link is right down below in this video. If this helps you, give it a like so I know to make more creamy videos like this one, and come back and tell me your favorite flavor or what you made the first time. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. I know your family is going to love what you make. I will see you in the next video.